Aloha, wonderful job today. Tell you what, this is going to be a very quick episode here, but I'm also going to give you a couple of video links to other Christmas holiday tunes on the guitar. I hope you enjoyed those as well. The things we're talking about today is knowing that an E major is here and that an A minor is right here is wonderful because both of these chords essentially look the same. Just one happens to be horizontally a little higher. So this one has our first finger on the G string, second finger on the A string, third finger on the D string, thusly to give us an E major. When we switch our fingerings knowing that that's still the same chord, we're just basically using different fingerings. When we move this up a half step and bar, it becomes a different chord, but it has the root foundation of that E major chord. Hypothetically, if we were to take that E major and go horizontally, we would get a A minor. If we kept doing that, we would get an augmented chord. Yeah, so it's a D flat augmented. It's weird, huh? And then the next one would be the A minor, E minor, and then this one. Wow, that's a B major. I never really thought about that being a B major right there. Pretty cool. So what we do is we learn how to play these shapes like this D7 shape, A major 7, B7, F diminished. When we use these shapes and go down and use the same shape by moving it over, it becomes a different chord. So what I'm trying to instill or to teach is that learning how to play an instrument so much isn't figuring out the chords, but it's just remembering patterns and shapes. Therefore, if you could say apple, toaster, apple, toaster, apple, toaster, apple, then you can play a scale. Apple, toaster, apple, toaster, apple, toaster, apple. When we go through the process of connecting notes like C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, the fact that we have to change some of those natural notes to notes that are sharp or flat just happens. The keys that we start off with, like C major, D major, G major, F major, they've got a minimal amounts of sharps or flats, which makes it easier to remember that, oh, in the key of F, F major, G minor, A minor, B flat minor has to be in there. Because if I played F, G, A, B, it does not sound right. So F, G minor, A minor, B flat minor, C major, D minor, and then I've got an E diminished, which goes right back to my F. Long story short is, there are 7 chords inside of a scale, as you know, and in these holiday songs, we're generally going to be using 3 or 4, if not just 2 of those. So most of the chords we use are going to be our C major, our F major, if we keep this finger here and flatten it, so we have both the E string and the B string flattened at the first fret, take that C shape, which had the lower 1 and 3, C and E, we're just going to be taking that up so it has now an F and an A. With that F and A there, we get our F major. Now granted, if you take this whole thing and then bar it and then play an E major shape, you get the same F major as a bar chord. However, if you're having a hard time doing the bar chords, feel free to do these Fs this way. Then we have a C by keeping that finger there and moving down. I remove my first finger and then play that same structure here while adding the pinky, and I get my G major. So when we have something that goes, it's easier to just move down the scale than it is to go F major, C major, G major. That's a whole lot of moving with our fingers. So, having said that, look at the way that you move from one chord, one triad, to another. In these songs on top of our video, you're going to be seeing that this D major here, this D minor, are relatively the same thing, except for they drops that major third down to a minor third. Having heard that, it's hard to ever hear a D major as a minor again. I do hope you enjoy these holiday season songs that I'm going to send along. Do your best. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section below and I'll get to you. Or give me an email. I'll get back to you sooner. Other than that, I really enjoyed meeting you and seeing you this year. I'm very much looking forward to next year. And other than that, aloha. We'll see you upon the return.